Alright everybody, I'm back. This is the Genius again. I'm making another video. This video is it's kind of like a remake of a video that I made before, but it's dealing with the charts, the numbers that the state usually pick, which are the 10 through 19 sums. As I said before, there's 86 boxes in this category for the 6 ways. Then if you look at the 3 ways, there's 47 boxes. Then there's also 3 triples that contain a sum range of 10 through 19. Now we're about to go through these so you can see the numbers that they're usually picking, and maybe this will help you out a little bit more than the first chart I showed you. That way it will clear up all your doubts. Okay, we're going to go down the first row right here. If you look at the first row, I got some of them that look like they're already marked off, like that 019. You can barely hold it up. If you look at the rest of them, you'll see 028, 037, 038, 046, 047. So you notice that there's only 5 in R1. In R2, there's 9 of them. Well, we're going to go through those right quick. Okay, you go up here, 048. The ones that are marked off in the red have a sum of 9 pairs, so I purposely marked those off. And you see this right here where I have a bunch of dots. Those used to be numbers, but I had those deleted on purpose. So this chart could just be showed just the way it is. Just like that. These all have a 10 through 19. And notice that with these 10 through 19s, you still have some all odd or all even digits. So that means that if you knew which row that the number was going to appear in, but not sure exactly which number it was, and you also knew that there's not going to be all odd or all even digits, then you can mark those off as well. And as I said, below on the bottom of each chart, the bottom of each row, you will actually see that there are not that many boxes. This is if it is only like a sum of 9 pair. I'm sorry, not sum of 9 pair. Okay, there's 14 in this row, which is R3. Now this is R4. 248, 249, 256. Somebody requested that I make this video, so that's why I'm making it. They wanted me to prove that what I'm saying is actually thorough and accurate, so I'm doing this to show everybody what's going on. Okay, now in R4, there's 14 boxes. And that includes all odd and all even digits. And this is row 5. 378, 379, 389 is missing because that's a 20. 456 through 459 marked out because those have a sum of 9 pairs, so I excluded those. Then you got 467 all the way to 478. And you got 567. You got 568, and that's the last combination. There's 8 in that row right there. So another thing too. Now, if you want to know how many combinations for each sum for a sum of 10 through 19, I've also did those too. For a sum of 10, you see right here, okay, make sure you see it. There's 8 boxes that have a sum of 10. There's 9 that got 11. There's there's 8 boxes with a sum of 10. There's 8 boxes with a sum of 11. There's 10 boxes with a sum of 12. Same with 13, 14, 15. Then you go down to 16. There's 9 boxes with a sum of 16. 8 with a sum of 17. 7 with a sum of 18. And 5 with a sum of 19. So you get a pretty good idea of when they do pull these sums, you will know basically which group it may fall in. For example, you see the 19 right there. There's only 5 right there out of the 86 boxes. So you would know that if you was to get a sheet of paper and you were to go ahead and for each sheet of paper you will write the number of the sum value on the top. On the left hand side you would write the actual box combination down, whether it be midday, evening, and the day, and you can see basically how often one of these sums will come up, and you can track it like that. So you won't have to spend money every day. You can just go ahead and just wait for them. If you know that a 10 is coming, there's only 8 boxes. And if you got the capital like that, and you know which row it's going to be in, and you know it's going to be a 10, then the amount of money that you're going to spend is going to be very minimal. Now, let's just say the state, okay, I'm going to let you see this here, not sum of 9 pairs. Now, let's just say the state go ahead and say, well, okay, fuck that. We're going to get smart. We're going to confuse them. We're going to go ahead and only pull sum of 9 pairs. Watch this. Here's another chart. This one has just the sum of 9 pairs. There's only 7 boxes in row 1. There's 9 in row 2. There's 9 in row 3. There's 10 in row 4. And the last row, there's only 5. So there's a total of 40 box combinations out of the 120. So if they decide to even go ahead and switch the system up and say, well, we're just going to pull sum of 9 pairs, there's only 40 boxes, and that's all the combinations for the sum of 9 pairs. So when you go ahead and you write your log down like I showed you in a previous video, and you put the dots beside them, then you can determine, okay, if it's going to be a sum of 9 or not a sum of 9. If they want to play that bullshit game about only playing sum of 9s, they're going to fuck themselves. Okay, this is the second row right here. You notice 049, 059, 069, 079, 089. And you will notice that a lot of these box combinations are marked off. So if they try anything funny, and I mean if they try anything funny, you have the advantage right here, because I'm showing you 145, 148, 158, 168, 178, and 189. And of course, if you would look at all the sum of 9 pairs, you got 09, 18, 2 7s, 3 6, and a 4 5 pair. The reason why I chose this is because if you look at all the pairs, if it was a 2-digit game, there's 55 box combinations. Out of all those pairs, the sum of 9 pair has the most combinations. That is why I designed these charts the way I designed them. You can go ahead and go by sum of 8s, sum of 7s, it doesn't matter, but I recommend sum of 9s because the sum of 9s is easier to predict if they're coming or if they're not coming. And if you look on my log that I'm getting ready to show you in a second, the sum of 9 pairs may come every 15, 16 drawings. So these 40 combinations that are marked off right, that are showing actually right here, these are all blanks. All these combinations that I just showed you are automatically eliminated. These are dummy numbers. Watch this. I'm about to show you the doubles chart. Okay, like I said before, there's 18 boxes in each one of these rows. There's a lot of these that are dummies. Hold on, make sure you see this right. I got to do this right. Okay, show it to the light. If you look in this row, there's only 5 in this row, which is R1. And notice that I have, right here, it says 5, and I have a /2. I had to have the 2 behind the slash because both 2 of those numbers, of those 5 numbers, have all odd or all even digits. Same thing with this row right here. There's only a few in this row. Yep, that's how you do it. So there's a total of 7 boxes in this row, and 4 of those boxes are, again, all odd or all even digits. This is row 3. We're just going to go ahead and take our time, go down the row so you can see it. These are the numbers that the state is picking. And if you think I'm bullshitting, all you got to do is set up a chart and you see what I'm talking about. There's 15 in this row, and 8 of those are all odd, all even digits, which means all of them are actually in that row. This is row 4. Yeah. Some people want to play a tic-tac-toe or, line the numbers up and go backwards and forwards and all that. All that bullshit does not work. Do not listen to them. That shit does not work. What works is knowing all the possibilities. If you don't know all the possibilities too, I don't care if it's the lottery, real estate, or whatever you put your money into, you are lost. I'm not lost because I know all the boxes. I know all the possibilities. Okay, these are all blanks. The last one, there's 5 in that row, and there's 2 that have all odd digits. 559 and 577. Okay, now the triples, there's only 3 of those. All odd, all even digits. So there's 3 of them, so I put 3 and 3, just like that. Now, I'm going to show you again, just so you know. we're going to do it like this. We're going to start with the beginning of April. And we're going to count how many boxes have all odd and all even digits. We're going to go down for the midday first. There's one. The one that have one dot by sum of 9 pairs. We're going to do that right quick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Long gap, long gap. Yeah, now you see what I'm talking about. That's 7, which is 5, 4, 9. You go over here for the evening. This is what they picked tonight, by the way, 088. Okay, that's 7, that's 8, that's 9. You go up the list. That's 10, 227, 811, that's 11, 836, that's 12, 309, that's 13. All right, that's 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, just from what I just showed you, now everyone knows that there's 2 drawings in a day, so that's 60 drawings in the calendar month. They only picked sum of 9 pairs 17 times, and the rest of them, they never attempted to pick them. Now, you see what I'm talking about. Now, we're going to do all odd and all even digits for the midday first. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. 7. That's 8. So that's 8 for the midday. We're going to go over here. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. 8. 9. Yeah. That's 9 of them. So that's 8 for the midday, 9 for the evening. That's 17. So out of the 60 drawings, again, they only pick 17 numbers to have all odd and all even digits. So if you go again, revert back to the chart that I showed you, not sum of 9 pairs, you have all odd and all even digits that are, you know what I'm saying, that are part of the this chart right here that have the not sum of 9 pairs. So you can go ahead and go in each row, which is again 5 in the first row, then there's 9, then there's 14, there's 14, and then there's 8. And what you do is you take the ones that have all odd and all even digits, and you can go ahead and you can mark those off. Now let's just say we're going to do it like this. Let's just say they only pick odd rows, which would be row number 1, row number 3, and row number 5. If you knew for a fact that row number 2 and row number 4 does not come out of the even rows, that's 14 plus 9. That right there equals 23. Your first 23 are eliminated. Then you go by the other ones. If you knew there was not all odd or all even digits, you subtract those also too, and you can get it right down to the nitty-gritty. And it's even better if you knew which row it's in. If it's in row 3, there's only 14 boxes, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those boxes that have all odd or all even digits. So now you have 9 boxes left. You almost hitting a home run. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I don't want to make it too long. I just wanted to prove a point to somebody out there. So, all right, I'll make another video soon. Bye.